What if Iron Man wasn't just a character? What if his journey, the rise, the fall, the redemption, was real?
The truth is, I am Iron Man.
Robert Downey Jr. didn't just play Tony Stark. In many ways, he was Tony Stark. This is the story of how Robert's life mirrored Iron Man's arc, and how both men went from broken playboys to heroes of a generation. Robert was born into Hollywood in 1965. His father, Robert Downey Sr., was an experimental filmmaker. His mother, an actress. From the age of 5, Robert was already acting. Like Tony Stark inheriting the genius of Howard Stark, Robert inherited creativity, but also chaos. Growing up, he was surrounded not just by film sets, but by substance abuse, as his father is known to introduce him to at the early age of 6.
So we thought it was cute to let him smoke it and all that. It was an idiot move on our parts, a lot of us, to share that with our children. I'm just happy he's here.
Hollywood gave him everything and just took as much away. By the 80s and 90s, Robert became Hollywood's golden boy. Charismatic, talented, rising fast, he earned an Oscar nomination for playing Charlie Chaplin and gave unforgettable performances in films like Less Than Zero. But behind the camera, Robert lived fast. Parties, women, drugs, arrests, a lifestyle that mirrored Tony Stark's reckless years as a billionaire playboy, drunk on power and blind to the damage. Soon, Downey was uninsurable, unemployable. Headlines no longer praised his talent, they documented his downfall. At rock bottom, Robert found himself in courtrooms, rehabs, and even jail cells. His career was collapsing. He could have disappeared into obscurity, but just as Tony Stark built the first Iron Man suit in a cave with just a box of scraps, Robert began to rebuild himself. Friends like Mel Gibson offered him lifelines, and Robert seized them. He started fighting his demons. Piece by piece, he forged a new version of himself, not from iron, but from resilience. The mid-2000s marked his return. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Zodiac, Tropic Thunder. Each film was another layer of armor. He was proving he could still act, still shine, and still matter. Like Tony perfecting his skills and his suit, Robert was perfecting his craft again. The world was watching, but few believed he was ready for what came next. In 2008, Marvel Studios took a gamble. Casting Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark was seen as risky, even reckless to say. But when the movie premiered, audiences realized it wasn't casting. This was destiny. Robert didn't just play Tony Stark, he was Tony Stark. Just as Tony led the Avengers, Robert became the cornerstone of the Marvel Cinematic Universe as we know it. He saved Marvel Studios, he saved himself, he became Iron Man in real life. For a decade, Robert was the heart of Marvel. He mentored younger actors like Tom Holland, just as Tony mentored Spider-Man. And when Iron Man snapped his fingers in Endgame, it wasn't just the end of a hero, it was the close of Robert's own redemption saga. But his story didn't end there. In 2023, Robert won an Oscar for Oppenheimer. he launched the Footprint Coalition to invest in environmental solutions. From troubled genius to global role model, his evolution mirrored Stark's ultimate journey from playboy to protector. Tony Stark built a suit to save the world. Robert Downey Jr. rebuilt himself to do the same. And that's why Iron Man isn't just fiction. He's real, and his name is Robert Downey Jr.
And I am Iron Man.
Welcome to Nate's Watcher, and we're always watching. Always.